In a first such instance, a Chinese Y-9 surveillance plane is alleged to have violated Japan's airspace on Monday. The breach took place at Danjo Islands, to the west of the southern island of Kyushu, for about 2 minutes at 11:29 a.m. Japan responded by scrambling jets and termed the breach utterly unacceptable, summoning a Chinese embassy official in Tokyo in protest.
This is the first time we have confirmed and publicly announced a breach of our airspace by a Chinese military aircraft since we began taking measures against acts violating our airspace. Such airspace breach by Chinese military aircraft is not only a serious violation of Japan's sovereignty, but it also threatens our security, which is totally unacceptable.
Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian responded saying that the relevant departments in China were still trying to understand the situation, while implying that the breach was unintended.
The two sides have maintained communication through existing working channels. I would also like to emphasize that China has no intention of invading the airspace of any country.
Apart from military aircraft, a China State Oceanic Administration plane violated Japan's airspace in 2012. A China Coast Guard drone also violated Japan's airspace in 2017. Tokyo also recently flagged the presence of Chinese ships in the waters of the Senkaku Islands in the East China Sea. China claims the Senkaku Islands, calling them Diaoyus. The islands are inhabited but are believed to have oil and gas reserves. Japan's Okinawa Island is also another flashpoint. Okinawa is home to the largest US military base in the Asia-Pacific region. China also has territorial disputes with Taiwan, Philippines, Vietnam and Indonesia in the region. Japan's airspace violation charge follows close on the heels of a series of clashes and incidents in air and at sea over the past week between China and the Philippines. According to the Philippines National Maritime Council, Chinese aircraft engaged in reckless maneuvers near a civilian plane patrolling the Scarborough Shoal and Subi Reef. Chinese vessels reportedly harassed a Philippine government ship on a resupply mission to support local fishermen at Sabina Shoal, using tactics such as blocking, ramming and deploying water cannons on Sunday. And what could annoy China further is US Indo-Pacific Command Chief saying American warships could escort Philippine vessels on resupply missions in the South China Sea.
Would the US consider, certainly within the context of consultations, every option between the two sovereign nations in terms of our mutual defense? Escort of one vessel to the other is an entirely reasonable option within our mutual defense treaty among this close alliance between the two of us.
With the world already reeling under the impact of two conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza, teetering on the brink of escalation, the question is, could a third be avoided? Gautam Roy's report for DD India.